right, man. Let's talk about Anthony Richardson. Obviously, people seeing the 74-yard throw. I mean, you see the raw talent. You know, people look at the numbers, and I was looking at a little bit of film that was on Twitter. And one of his incompletions, man, like he threw, I don't know what the route was, like maybe a seam down the middle, maybe a little skinny post. But the guy dropped it, but the defender held the guy and he dropped it and they ain't call it. So, I mean, he accurate. I mean, you just read some of his scouting reports. Is really good at anticipating windows. So, you know, it's just, you know, the one thing about it for him, it's going to be, you got to ask him, you got to give him an opportunity to sit. You know, and Patrick Mahomes, people forget, Patrick Mahomes was pretty much a raw prospect, you know, as well. I mean, you hear Tyreek Hill say, you know, they would ask him, like, what you think about rookie Patrick Mahomes? He said, I thought he sucked. So, but let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to your channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. But you just got to ask yourself, you know, I heard the Lions meet with him. You gotta ask yourself, you know, can he comprehend and retain the information to be a great quarterback? Obviously, the physical tools are there. You know, accuracy. He got accuracy. I mean, actually, you know, and obviously, I seen some balls he threw. He accurate. You know, it's just, you know, think about quarterback is, can you stomach the position, or you know, do you got balls to steal? Do you got short memory, because you always got to move on to the next play. And can you really comprehend, retain information, put the hard work in, you know, and then it's mechanical, you know, it's all mechanical. The coverages, recoverages, the coverage dictate where the ball go. That's how they know where the ball go. You know where your hot is, you know where your number one is, or you know if they do this, or you got option route. So can he do those type of things? I mean, being able to anticipate windows with that arm, I mean, it's great. You can't get caught up in the speed, the arm. There's been plenty of fast and athletic quarterbacks and had the arm that couldn't start in the league. I mean, you know, can he play the position? And it's such a small sample size. You would have loved to see him come back next year and compete with Caleb Williams, you know, at the top of the draft board. But you understand, striking while the iron hot. You know, can we get the mechanics where they need to get to? Can he retain information? And a place like Detroit is a perfect spot for him because, you're not, like I said about Lamar Jackson, you know, you're not asking him to do much in his offense. I mean, that's why Jared Goff is solid in his offense. You hand the ball off, play action, go down the field. That's what you ask him. That's what it's built to do. And you put the athletic standpoint in there where he can run and pick up a first down. It makes stuff a lot easier. But then again, you don't want that to hinder the development. You know, you want him to be able to, if you have to drop back 5, 7, 3 steps and be able to sling it around, you know, if you have to win a football game. So, I think it's a great situation for him. You got good offensive line. You got good tight ends. You got good receivers. You got a guy with a good arm that can learn from Ben Johnson and, Mark Brunell, you know, but you got to ask yourself, can he play the position? Can he retain the information? Can he comprehend, retain the information? And can you get his mechanics where they need to be at? It's the $1 million question. What's the character like? What the leadership skills like? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, take away the running aspect of it. Can you get him to play the position, you know, not only within the system that the Lions want to do, but can he run a franchise like Aaron Rodgers? Where every time he touched the ball, you know, every time we go into the game, you know, we feel like we gonna win it. And every time he step on there like Patrick Mahomes, we feel like we a championship contender. And if you can answer those questions, say, well, he can be that, and he might be that, and he will be that, and he can do this, and he will do this, and he might do this, and he can do this, and, you know, his mechanics is there, this, that, and the third, then at the end of the day, the talent screams top 3 or 4 talent. It screams that. If you take him at 6, it's a luxury pick. I'm not mad at it. You know, people say, well, it's Jamarcus Russell all over again. Well, Jamarcus Russell had a drug addiction. How you compare somebody with a drug addiction to this? You know, you never hear people, and I ain't go just to the media because a lot of fans have said this. You never hear the fans compare Jake Locker and Trubisky to to a guy like Will Levis, who's a little bit athletic. You never hear that. You hear the comparisons are always positive. Oh, Ben Roethlisberger. You know what I'm saying? You never hear those comparisons. And it's funny how they want to take a black quarterback prospect and then compare him to the worst. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why can't he be the next Patrick Mahomes? I know that's high, but y'all talking about Will Levis could be the next Ben Roethlisberger. That's high speed praise too. Ben Roethlisberger, first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's high praise. That's high praise as well too. Why do we always got to compare, somebody that's raw like him? I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he had more years at Texas Tech, but he was a raw prospect. Here, Tyreek Hill say he thought he sucked. And that's credit to Andy Reid and I think Matt Nagy was over there getting his footwork together and all his mechanics together and understanding. But you're gonna have to give this kid a year or two. And I think it's a perfect situation for him. But if you don't feel like he can command the position, he can retain and comprehend and retain information, and he can't get the mechanics together, if you don't think he that guy, you got to move on. You got to move on from him. But it looked like he checked every box except for experience, and the reps. So you're like, why do we get him the reps in practice and scout team and all that? The only reps I think he really, really need is just with Mark Brunell and Ben Johnson and Jared Goff. Nate Sudfeld, all them sitting there going through the game plan, going through defenses, picking up, learning drops. Him and Mark Brunell just constantly quizzing on mechanics, footwork, mechanics. Where your feet, where your shoulders, where your elbows, where your eyes at, and just drilling him for a year or two on that. And if Jared Goff is a superstar and continues to win games and progress, division championships, playoff wins, conference championship, Super Bowl, guess what? You got a decision to make, and that's a great decision to make. Do you continue to move forward with Jared, a known variable that's winning? Absolutely. Then you showcase Anthony Richardson. You showcase him, and then you flip him. It's as simple as that. So, but yeah, it's questions to be answered before you buy into the hype. And only, in this film is just so much, just getting to know the person personally. And one thing I think that, if he got a clean background and character, one thing that speaks volumes about that is he stayed home in college and was able to, still have good character. That's hard to do for any young person to, stay at home, especially NIL money, and still not to be able to get in trouble. So check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.